Hey, everybody, it's a great day to dominate in your purpose to serve mankind. Today, I have a very, very special guest, all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm going to introduce him in just a second. So, his story is transformational, his story is big, his story is life changing. In my book, we talk about identity, responsibility, and purpose. So we're going to intermingle some of that within his story. But the biggest part of his story is how his life changed for good. So why don't you introduce yourself?
My name Ice J. Iceberg Brown, born 7690, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So your name is Iceberg.
First name Ice J, middle name Iceberg.
Wow, wow, that's a cool name. How did that come about?
Ooh, daddy and mom was in the street, so they got it off, somebody else that was in the streets, somewhat. So,
Somebody that's in the streets. So dad and your mom name you that.
yeah,
So somebody out in the streets. Me and my grandson, we talk. My fraternity is Alpha Phi Alpha,
I heard about
right? And my grandson said, "Ice, ice, baby,
that.
Tuco, Tuco."
That was my
And when I think about that,
that was my son got.
huh?
They said I used to dance with my diaper on when I heard
That's what I think about when I think of you.
yeah.
So let's kind of just kick the show off today, just talking about how you and I connected first. I think you what was it maybe 2 3 years you came down to stay with us
Yeah, about three and a half, maybe four. Yeah, about
4 years ago. Yeah, and I think that's the first time I met you, or did I meet you at one of the homegoing services?
that that was actually the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eh, Was that who was that? Your mom?
Yep, my mom. Yep.
Your mom's service. Okay, I got you. I got you. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. And so then let's just talk about then how we kind of our relationship kind of grew or evolved. When you came down to Alabama, what was your path or what was your thought process behind doing that?
When I came down there, I actually was it was a just a getaway. It was a getaway from me. I actually was still getting through a lot, mentally, physically, substance sobriety. So it was really it was just a real life getaway from me. Something that I needed.
Like getaway.
Yeah.
How's that been working out?
It's been working good. I'm ready for another one.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, you're welcome to come
Yes, sir.
anytime, anytime. So I want to talk specifically. How's the sobriety been coming?
The sobriety been good. I'm two and some change years clean off of
Oh
coke.
man,
So
praise God.
and actually I'm a couple months because I started drinking. So I substituted. So I substituted for drinking. So I'm actually 2 months clean off of liquor. So it's still work need to be done. So
Well, you know what? That's profound that you even would say there's still work to be done. That's called self awareness,
yeah, yeah.
and so you know exactly what you need to do. And so, what's your plan going forward?
Just staying staying motivated and staying busy. I got a lot of time on my hand. I
Hmm.
don't have a job. I'm not. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm really just working on me and really rebuilding myself. So I'm finding new dopamines. In my,
Oh, you just said something, man.
so you got to keep that dopamine. With positive doings. Whatever you're doing, it got to be positive. So I've just been, working out, AODA movement, just idle time, just keeping my brain busy with positive things. That's really pretty much about it. So
Man, you are on track because that's a part of my my coaching training that I do. cognitive behavioral therapy coaching.
Okay.
That you said redoing cells. That's actually scientific. Your
It's
brain can rewire itself.
it's work. It's a lot of work. Some folks don't get it because don't nothing happen overnight. So this was years, and it's a process for everything. Everything you do is a process. I've been using since '09, since my daddy got killed. So he got killed, and
Mm,
that's when it all started. I'm 35. I'll be 36 July 6th. So I was using up to, yeah, about two in a month, 2.5,
okay.
plus. So I've been using all the way up to then or whatever. And it's hard. It's hard, but if you know what you want in life, you know what you've been through, I just keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate? You said earlier that you've been through a lot in life. Is there one particular area you want to share what you've been through?
Yeah, yeah. I can share what I can remember. It started. I was at my grandparents, which is my father's grandma, so I was staying with her. I had a bad temper, so she couldn't deal with it. I actually ran away from there, and from there on, I was put in the system.
I see.
So I'm gonna say from about 9 years old, I was in the system. I was house to house. Um, I would always run away and try to find a family member. I stay there for some days, a week, and they tell me I got to go back, because of the lifestyle or whatever, the case may be. I wasn't supposed to be there, because of whatever was going on. So it was a lot of, home to home when I was younger.
Mm,
Group homes, uh, you know, in that process of being in, foster homes and group homes, things took place in there too, as a child. So
oh yeah.
things I never told no one nothing of what I went through. I kept it all in, and I really sat in it on my own and had to really, come to. I never held grudges towards anyone, my parents, I always figured it out on my own. So
Yeah.
it was a lot that happened, in the system, when I was younger that I kept to myself. I left the system. I left the system when I was 13, going on 14. I've been on my own ever since.
How have you been getting it out? The stuff you were going through. How have you been
I,
releasing it and getting it out?
it was substance. It was drugs.
Okay,
That's
so you coping.
it was a coping
Okay.
mechanism for me. It was numbness. It was just trying to get everything. Just I will use. I will use. I'm to the extreme. So that was my only coping.
Mm, mm. You mentioned to me, not on camera, but you mentioned to me
Uh,
that you gave your life to Christ. How has that been going?
Now I was actually born and raised in church. Now so
Okay. All right.
my grandma did. We was at church about two, maybe three times out of the week. So I do know Christ. I go to Mount Paragon Baptist Church on 27th and Brown in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I always had the relationship with God. So
Okay. Well, that's good.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. We'll circle back to that again.
Oh
So one question I do have is, you said you've been on your own and you've been through the system up until 13.
yeah.
Do you want to share where were your parents or what they were doing?
My parents, I would, I found them. I found my family. I made sure of that. They was doing them. They was in the streets. They was doing whatever they doing. I mean, they knew it was a reason for me to be where I was at, and I understood that. I never asked questions. I just tried to get through life. So my mama, rest her soul, and she'll tell you herself. She was the coldest hoe out here.
Oh wow.
She tell you point blank. That's what she did. You hear what I'm saying? It was never a judge. I never judged. That's one thing I never did. It's not in me.
Right.
It's not in me. I've seen it all. Been through it. I'm judge. That's one thing I don't do. And my daddy, he was what they call a pimp. So, he was doing him. So that's where they was at.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. So
So your daddy was the pimp and your mother was the prostitute?
was the
Wow.
prostitute, and she said she was the
Wow.
cul-de-sac.
Wow. Man, that is an amazing story, amazing
Yeah.
testimony that you are here today to
Uh-huh.
talk about that and to see. You said you've been had a relationship with Christ for a long time.
Yeah. It
That
was
is
it was in and out. It was off and on. Trouble times coming. Then you know how I go. They say you need to stay with them through it all, and get hard, and then I go back, and and I always had him around though. He took me through everything I went through for it. It was his doing.
so. You said the name. You said you at a church now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and do they have any type of programs that increase your growth or help you grow even more?
Now I'm not sure of that because I just recently got back in tune and back in church not too long ago. So I'm not sure of that. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they do. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wow, that's amazing testimony. That's amazing. So your mom and dad were doing what they were doing,
uh
and do you have brothers and sisters?
yeah, I got a lot of brothers and sisters. I got about 26 brothers and sisters.
26
Yep, 26.
brothers and sisters.
Yep,
Man,
my mom and my daddy. My mama got seven. Same mama, same daddy. Then the rest come from my daddy. So 26, if not more. So
wow. Do you have a relationship with any of them?
I got relationships with most of them. Is probably two in particular that I really the bond is just really there. My little brother and one of my older sisters. My little brother always he was in the system as well. Wherever I was at when I was younger in the system, I would ask my foster mama, can we get my little brother too? I'd rather him be close to me. So he was
Mm,
always close to me until I left the system and I left. I wanted to make sure
mm,
he was good. So
yeah.
yeah,
And when you say system, you talking about the foster care
the
system.
foster care system. Yep.
Okay, got you. Okay, all right. So you said you're not working. You kind of just kind of working on yourself.
Yeah.
Are you by yourself a lot?
I'm by myself a lot. I actually got a dog. My cousin was finna send his house flooded. We had some problems here. So he was gonna send a dog to the Humane Society, and I told him, I got a lot of free time, and a lot of free time is not good when you get through what you get through, as far as
Yeah.
sobriety and mental health. That's never a good thing, and I had to learn that the hard way. So I got
Mm.
it's me and my dog. So that's my guy.
What's your dog's name?
I got his name Bear. His
Bear.
name is Bear. Yep.
He's sitting next to you.
No, he do too much. He in the room right now. He do it all. Yeah, he hard. He do what he want. He think he me. He do what he want to do when he want to do it. So
Yeah. Does he like to go walk? Does he like go
yeah,
walking with you?
we walk all the time. So
Yeah. Last time I was up there, I didn't get a chance to do it. I wanted to go to the lakeside.
okay.
Uh, yeah. Do you take Bear up on the lake?
No, I only had him for about a year and some change, and I got him as a like older, the way he was a little bit older. He was about 2 years old, so I really had to train him on certain stuff. So I'm still in that process with him. So he's still learning.
Mm.
So the farthest I go is probably around the block or something right for now until he can listen. So yeah.
If you could, you probably heard this question before. If you could tell your younger self something,
Ooh.
your 10-year-old self something, or your 13-year-old self something. You said you're 36, right?
Yep, I'll be 36 next month.
What would you tell your 13-year-old self if you know what you know now?
What would I tell? Uh, you caught me on that. What would I tell my 10-year-old self if all I could
Well,
do
don't
was
worry
go.
about it.
yeah.
Go
You
ahead. No, go ahead.
got me with that. I really don't. I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell
Well,
you.
let's flip that question then.
Okay.
What is one thing you want to do in the next year? What is one achievement, something that's on your heart, something you want to do in the next year?
That'd be my business. I'm trying to get my landscape going. I was doing it for a minute before COVID hit, so I'm trying to get my landscape going because not saying that I won't work for nobody, but just I always been as a young, I always been the one to just provide anything on my. I've been on my own, so it's like I make my own money. I'm on my own time, and I move how I move. I've been like that, as a child. So I want to get the landscape business going, like full effect and running. So that's one of the biggest things right now.
Okay. Okay. What is one thing you could do today to impact your landscape business? Like, if, for example, you said within a year you want to start a landscape business. What is one thing you can do tomorrow that would sort of get you on track? It can be as simple or as complicated as you think.
I'm gonna say license.
License. So,
I ain't got my license, man. I ain't got my license, so I'm actually working on that. Doing practice tests on my phone for the DMV. I I never had license, and I had some nice cars. So I got a nice car right now. It looked like I got license, but I don't.
I see. I
So
got you.
that's one of the biggest.
I got
You gotta have them. You gotta have those.
you. You
So
got to have a driver's license.
yeah, you
Yeah.
most definitely gotta have them license. So
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good goal. I'll throw one more out there about the goals. What about the next 5 years?
the next 5 years, I wanna been able to own my own house on top of getting
Mm.
back big like Big Brother program. You ever heard of that one? The Big Brother program.
Yes, I've heard of Big Brothers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Went to a festival. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and they had they had some flyers and stuff. So I actually grabbed one to sign my name. To be a Big Brother. Just to own my own house and just really just give back. I mean, I do it daily. So, like, whenever I cook, I have leftovers. I take them, give it to the less fortunate. I actually just gave away a lot of clothes. I was in a shelter some years ago, and I mean, I had nothing, and I came up out of that. So what I did was I took a whole lot of new stuff, new clothes, shoes, and I just dropped it off at the shelter I was in.
Oh man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, like I mean, I do that. When people down or whatever ain't feeling, I try to make them laugh. They say I play too much, but I try to make them laugh and just bring them up. Well, I give back. I know a couple guys I used to go to school with. I don't know what happened to them, but they kind of lost right now. So when I see them, I give them a couple dollars or take them to get something to eat. And that's pretty much what I would do. On
So
give
you a mentor then?
Yeah, I'm a street mentor. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
That's cool. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
yeah,
You should take that right there and multiply that times 10. You could do that now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like you said earlier, by not being working and you said not being busy, you have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I guarantee you start putting a lot of time in that mentorship.
Uh-huh.
That's something generally everybody can do,
Okay.
but it's gonna then you'll start to grow, and then you'll start to multiply,
Mhm.
and then you start to get some specifics. So I encourage you, man, go out for that mentorship part that you just said,
Yeah.
and do that and put back into other young boys and other men, support other men, because that'll be a big thing for you in the next 5 years.
Okay.
Actually, in the next year.
Yeah. So
In the next year.
I'm really thinking about that. Once it's just it's while getting through it, I still love God say give while still getting through it. You hear what I'm saying? So that's one of the
Yeah.
you
Okay.
people go through things, but if it's in your heart, and, this you still got to give, man. That's one thing.
So give while you're going through.
Yep. Give while you're getting through. I always say getting through.
Give while okay. Yeah, I like that. That's even better.
Yeah.
Give while you're getting through.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing, Ice. You have an amazing testimony. You have amazing testimony, Ice. What is it you want your family to know about you, your brothers and sisters, aunties and uncles? What is it you want them to take away from listening to this podcast today, or the world in general?
Whew. I mean, I'm a fighter, man. I'm relentless, man. Like I never. It was times I wanted to give up, but I never gave up, and I'm just trying to. My family kind of suffer with drug abuse and addiction. So I really want to break that curse, and that chain, with the family, and it don't end here. It's only the beginning. I'm really learning and finding the other me, and
Mm,
it's scary. It's scary, the change, it's scary, everything, but at the end of the day, when you done, everything you could think of as far as, in the streets, drugs, it's time for change because that's what life is about. So, it's only the beginning of where I'm going and what God got for me. I'm gonna tell you that. You hear what
I
I'm?
think you're a leader.
Yeah.
I think you are a leader in it. I think as you push through, your brothers and sisters will look up to you and follow suit.
Uh-huh.
So I encourage you, man. Keep doing. I'm really proud of you too.
Man, I appreciate it, huh? I appreciate it.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you, Ice, and what you're doing. You are very self aware. You like you said, you're a fighter. You keep pushing through, and I believe God's grace is on you. In fact, you already won.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are already the winner. You are already the winner. It may not feel like it at times, but you are already the winner. And your brothers and sisters, they may not tell you this, but
Mm-hmm.
they count on you to win. They count on you.
Mm-hmm.
They count on you. I bet you when you come to the house, to the birthday party, they say they go Ice.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you. They watch you. See, people watch us more than they listen to us.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. What do they say when you come in the room?
That's what they say. They be geek when I come in that room. Cause I've been down.
Huh?
I was down for a minute. They be excited. They be excited. I was down for years, man. I was in my car. I never would leave the house. I wasn't going to family functions. I wasn't doing none of that. So the last couple years, the world been really seeing me active, and not in a bad way. So I've been on the go. So it'd be a blessing, when I'm out there and, folks like, man, where you been? Where you been? The family like, hey, it feel good, man. It feel good just to get up
That's good, man.
and do something.
That's good. I encourage you to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Stay out there. Never isolate yourself.
Oh yeah.
We have an enemy, and the enemy wants to keep us isolated so he can get in our head.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to do that, man. Man, I thank you so much for taking the time to share your story and to be so open and transparent like this. I want you to know you're always welcome on the show.
Okay. Okay.
And if you can find a way to
Okay.
come to the conference that we're having, it's going to be August the 8th.
I'm coming. I'm
Oh,
coming.
perfect.
I,
That's great.
I'll be there.
That's great. We'd love to see you there and maybe give your
Okay.
testimony.
Yeah.
It's going to be hundreds of men there
Okay.
sharing and learning and growing. So thank you so much for being transparent. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
Is it any final words that you want the audience to know or to say or anything you want to say to the audience?
I mean, all I want to say, hey, it get greater later for the ones that's going through it. Believe in God because He the ruler over everything. I want you to know that
Amen.
He really is, man. And if I can get through it, you can get through it. Because this not easy,
Amen.
brother.
That's it. Say that again. Say it again for the audience to hear.
It's
I
not.
think they need to hear you say that again.
If I can get through it, you can get. This not even half, what I'd have been through. But have faith in God and trust and believe He'll come through. Put the work in, and He'll finish it for you. So, yep.
Amen. Amen. There's nothing else I got to say, man. Thank you so very much. Got to tell my grandson when he get ready to leave the house. There's greatness on the inside of you. Now go be great.
That's a good one. Yeah, most
Go
definitely.
be great. I love you, man.
Love you too.